Good afternoon, everyone. How are you all?
How's your roster? I'll give you some time to talk about it later.
So we will now start today's EGM. So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the FAU Emergency General Meeting. I'm TK Wong, the Honorary Secretary of FAU. I'm the moderator of today. I will try to ensure the meeting proceeds in an efficient way and everybody will have a fair chance to participate in this meeting. Before the start of the meeting, we would like to have your cooperation in order for a smooth process of the EGM. No phone calls and no photo taking of this slideshow is allowed during the meeting since we do not want any unofficial information to leak out without the true fact. Please turn off your mobile phone. No drinking or eating is allowed during the meeting. If members would like to know more about the agenda items, please feel free to contact the EXCO team or the FAU office for more details. I'd also like to confirm that you have received the motion paper. Anyone who does not have the motion paper, please raise your hand and our staff will assist you. Please note that for those who have already submitted your paper proxy or proxy online, you will not receive any motion paper. The motion paper will be used for Agenda 4. We will collect the motion paper after the corresponding agenda. For those members who are holding a proxy form, please make sure you have received the equivalent amount of motion papers from the reception desk. If you are holding more than 5 proxies in your hand, our staff will give you a white paper to register the total numbers of proxies instead of giving you the exact amount of motion papers. We hope it will be easier for you to manage. We target the meeting to end at 5 p.m. To show our gratitude, we have also prepared a gift for all of you who attend today's EGM. Please approach the reception if you have not received it yet. Now I'll leave the panel to Ken, the chairman, to start the meeting.
Dear members, thank you for coming for the emergency general meeting today to discuss about FAU's next step. I shall preside at this emergency general meeting as chairman of the union. Let me introduce my teammate first. We have Grace Seal, our vice chairman. And we have Brenda, our vice chairman as well. And we have our honorary secretary, Tiki. Andy is our honorary treasurer. And we have Kenneth, our executive committee. And Lily, our executive committee as well. FAU rules say that a quorum of at least 50 members is needed for this meeting. We have now more than 50 members, including proxy. So I declare that the emergency general meeting of the Cathay Pacific Airways Flight Attendant Unions on 6th of December 2022 commences at 4:08, and we will stop accepting We will stop accepting proxy for the meeting now at GX as well. With the consent of the floor, the notice of the meeting will be taken as read. Now we shall proceed with the agenda. Thank you.
Agenda 1, to adopt the agenda of this EGM. Agenda 1, to adopt the agenda of this EGM. Agenda 2, announcement of election subcommittee 2022 to 2024. Agenda 3, EXCO to report the progress on actions taken regarding rostering. Agenda 4, to consider and if thought fit, pass the following resolution to authorize the EXCO to initiate any escalator industrial action if there is no satisfactory resolution from ISD. Please note that we cannot add any new agenda item at this stage. As the agenda has already been sent to all members, we can only allow the removal of any agenda item by voting with the members present. Do any members object to this agenda? If there is any objection, we will need to vote by show of hands. There is no objection. Now we will go for Agenda 2. Agenda 2, announcement of election subcommittee 2022 to 2024. Ken will announce the election subcommittee.
We are happy to announce the following election subcommittees for 2022 to 2024. We have 3 election subcommittees. They are Mr. Alpha Wong, Chun Fat, and Ms. Roseanne Holoki, and also Ms. Corinne Chukawing. Thank you for your support in FAU. Before moving on the next agenda, some of you may have noticed we have a special guest here. We are glad to have support from Chairman from AOA today. I would like to introduce Mr. Paul Weatherly. Please give him a round of applause.
Thank you. Listen, first of all, thank you to all of you guys for what you've done. I know you've already shown a round of support clapping for your exco, but you guys have done a really good job, and you guys are just fantastic being all here together, visibly present, supporting yourselves and supporting each other. So really well done. I hope the pilots can do as well as you guys are doing now. So obviously my name is Paul Weatherall. I'm the chairman of the Hong Kong Aircrew Officers Association, and I represent the pilots that we have in Canada. And I guess I want to say the first thing is I 100% support what you guys are doing, right? We need to challenge management. It's quite right that we challenge management, and the only way that you can do that is collectively together. And if we can help you do that as well, collectively with you, then that's what we want to do too. So we're really, really happy to do that, and well done to all of you for doing this. It's not always easy, right? It takes a lot of effort. Okay. And I guess the only thing I would say is that I think we need to realize what's happened a little bit, and to understand what our business is. I think our business is all about people. So if you think about now a customer, a passenger, they go online and they book a ticket, and then they go to the airport, it's a big airport, they go through that, they see a few faceless people, they go through security, and the first person they see that represents Cathay Pacific is you, right? As the passenger comes through the door. And then they spend hours maybe with you, and you're looking after them, and you're looking after their safety. They sometimes hear from the pilot, but he's just up the front really. But it really is, it's all about people, you know. And the company needs to realize that. If they don't look after us, how can we look after their passengers, and how can we have a successful business? So you should be really confident that you have, you have a really important, vital position, role that you play in the company, and that you represent the brand and the reputation. And they can't forget that. You know? It's like at the moment they seem to have decided it's almost too difficult to deal with people. They want to go and open a shop somewhere, or sell perfume online and watches online. We don't want to deal with messy people, but it can be a little bit messy, but we're the people they have, and they need to treat us with respect and treat us fairly. And I think that's all what you guys are trying to do. So I 100% support. Well done. Nice job. I'm going to let you guys do all your stuff. None of my business. I think you should support the motion though.
Good, thank you.
All right.
Thank you all. Give a big hand to him. Thank you for coming. Enjoy the shopping. So we'll now proceed to agenda 3. It's to report the progress on actions taken regarding rostering. We'll have Grace talk about it first.
Hi everyone, I'm Grace. First of all, I would like to personally say a big thank you again for coming. Really touched, and just allow us to kind of walk you through what's been going through like these few months. Other than the rostering, I know you guys might be wondering, are you guys doing anything actually? We did. We try our best to talk to the ISD. We email them, phone them whenever we can. But as I know you guys should guess, that they just kind of shut the door. They just say that, okay, we'll come to you whenever we need you. All those agreements, as you guys should know, after COX20 can be gone. Then go back to the story. Once upon a time, like around September 10th, reached that the loop and the quarantine, everything got lifted up, everything kind of returned to normal. We right away talked to ISD, sent an email to them that we should get to the normal arrangement. For example, like we should have a short break after 9 hours DOT, and then we should have 3Gs follow by the long haul, ultra long haul, and 1G followed by Oxy, blah, 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 this and that. And we do notice that there is quite a lot of long haul. We only got like around 25 hours days. So we do suggest that if whatever long flight only having 28 hours day or less, we should have one BT sector instead of operating both ways. And then, well, as you expected, nothing from them. And then on 24th of September, we noticed that the first Sydney overnight 2 days pattern show up. And we right away noticed them as well. And first of all, one of the ISD personnel we've been in touch with was like kind of shocked. Oh, is it? Oh, just one sector DT, right? Or are they gonna only operating one sector, right? This and that. And then, of course, we say no, please take a look at it. Operating both sectors. Then she's kind of like, okay, I'll get back to you. But as expected, nothing. So, on the 13th of October, we requested again 28 hours day long flight, DT1 sector, and then we mentioned 2 days Sydney, please phase it and then adjust it. And nothing. I don't want to mention nothing so many times, but nothing. And finally, we do have a meeting with them, which was initiated by them on October 27th. The topical meeting is they want to talk about rostering, they want to talk about swap and any other business, blah, blah, blah. Of course, we mentioned everything that we all been focusing for. I will mention that we did talk about the Crew Connect app too, just before I forget. We did mention how special, how particular it is. It's wasting such a money on that kind of app, but with such a fantastic outcome. And they kind of saying that we do raise out like, are you going to do a web version, which we always think this is which more makes sense, right? And according to them, they said due to the cyber security reason, they're not able to do it. But they did say that they try to improve the current app from time to time. Okay, get back to the business. First of all, we would like to mention about the JCR system, which is the rostering, which affect every single one of us. And we keep saying that there is no transparency at all. And what is happening to Bportal? Anyone of you bid anything successfully? No, right? I tried every single month, but nothing. Just like nothing from them. And so we suggest that please kind of like give us data. We need all the data. At least we know what's been going on. Like updates every week. Let us know which flight is being bidded already, percentage, and at least we know how to adjust our bid chances. For sure, they said, okay, they're working with the statistic and they're working for the improvement, and then they kind of saying that the bid portal is based on a fair share, which is, I know, where's the fairness? This and that, they even try to talk, saying that they want to work on more lifestyle. For information, we did see Gary Z, finally, face to face. This is from him. And then he said, yeah, we would like to, I know you guys are very important for the bid portal, blah, 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 we're going to work on more lifestyle. And then we right away saying that, please improve your current lifestyle scene first, instead of thinking any other new scheme. We emphasize that for crew who want to have high density or the night at home, I think they all prefer all or nothing, 0 or 100%, instead of what he explained is like, it's going to be fair. You have 10%, you have 10%, you have 10%. I know. Which is like, that is not how, I think none of them have been crew before. That's why they don't understand our logic, our way of thinking. So we emphasize on that. We say, please think about, at least adjust these two schemes. We all want all or nothing, not sharing, okay? And then when it comes to, where am I? Pairing. Pairing, yeah. Pairing, we raise up that what happened to Sydney overnight, what happened to Indian turnaround, Kathmandu turnaround, all those ultra short stay for the long flight. You guys resume flight already, right? How can you just, it doesn't make sense that your flight is resuming, but our stay is getting shorter, but this is not the excuse. And then they do explain that everything is driven on flight schedule, frequency, passenger demand, blah, blah, blah. I chop 1,000 words here. And then Another funny thing I want to talk to you guys is that Gary Z said crew really shouldn't just focus on the flight pattern. It shouldn't focus on the length. You should also focus on the rest before or after flight. I know. He said layover is not important. I don't know what is important then. Our salary, I know. And then
Maybe he doesn't understand the word also.
yeah, and then we also mentioned that how fatigued we are going to be with this kind of pattern and the roster. And he said, well, fatigue is not for a single pattern. Please focus on before and after flight. FYI, fatigue is a feeling of constant tiredness or weakness that can be physically, mentally, or a combination of both. So, anyway, after this kind of meeting, we hope as a cabin crew we patiently wait and let's see any other changes from them. But again, as you guys expected, nothing. So after that, we just keep kind of from time to time check with them. How you guys? Did you listen to us? Where's the response? And then on November 19th, which is a big day for us because December roster is out. And then we can see there's still Sydney overnight. There's still even worse. I don't know if you guys got it or any friends so by luck, 3 days JFK. Some of them even got an R16 beforehand. And then not to mention the most shocking pattern, the golden pattern, Delhi. Arriving the morning and then the same night going to Osaka. Are you going to trump that? So we emailed ISD right away. We're saying that that's it. There is no more. First of all, you guys saying that give them time to adjust, to improve the system. Why our crew need to suffer from that? Not only 1 month, but at least 3 months. So we tell them, we request a reply by 30th November, which is last week, that we need to adjust those crew who's got effective roster, like having Delhi right away and then 566, and then adjust their roster, change it for them. And then we need a setup time for the minimum rest layover time, which we request is like for Aussie pattern, excluding Perth, you all know, 35 hours rest. And then for ultra long haul or long haul, 45 hours rest. And then ensure that no more Indian turnaround, except must providing flexi or DT instead of you guys saying, they saying that it really depends on crew loading or crew availability. I don't want that. We want a must. And also ensure that a more evenly distributed roster in January. We don't want to see one crew got 10 turnaround per month, and then or the other crew who finally finished their rough roster, but they saw a repeated roster again. This kind of thing. So, again, we are so naive. We waited. We praying every day, but nothing from them. But on the 30th, I think you guys did watch Jeanette video. I don't know. Before or after dinner, I don't know. And then, thank you. And then she did, in the video or in the word version, you guys should know that she did acknowledge the room for improvement for roster. Again, why we are the one who suffer. You're such a big company, wasting so much money on everything. Why there is still room for improvement after 3 months, a quarter for a year. And after that, and then she said that they did reach out to individual crew for immediate phase for the Delhi and 566. But as far as we know, the member are the one who talked to ISD first, raising up this roster. And what they so-called fixing is giving them either taking away the 566, I don't know why, it is not giving a choice of taking away the Delhi. Well, or the other choice is because the crew did try their best, they tried to swap it away for either one flight. At least they don't have to be so rough, right? But they got disapproved. Simply because the reason from crew control is that the day daily arriving overlap with the day you're leaving the Osaka. That's why. Brilliant, right? That's why it's a combo. You need to either swap it away with the whole slot or enjoy curling. Yeah, so the second option that ISD offer is that they can manually do the swap for them, providing that you can find a crew, talk to them, communicate with such a brilliant app, Crew Connect. After that, they will manually do it for you. Be grateful, okay? Okay, that's the immediate fix according to Jeanette. And according to her video, she also said that there's going to be add up to 4 taxi crew for Indian turnaround, but again, based on loading crew availability, blah, 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 refine long haul, this and that. Officially, there is no one talk to union still. So deadline is passed, there's no choice but having an open letter to our dear CEO, Mr. Augustus Tan. So I hope you guys did read it. Anyway, and the media know, and everyone outside of our world seems to talking about it now after the open letter, but we still got no response from them. Instead of talking to us on the 3rd of December, the company talked to the media, emphasizing that everything is under CAD requirement, is legal. But FYI, to all of us or to the company, CAD requirement apply on every single airline, from budget airline to Star 1 to Star 5 airline. We are the one who requested to provide such a premium service, CX asked us to do so. Are we allowed to deserve more, to provide more? That's the main point we want to mention. We never say that anything is violating CAD requirement. We are just mentioning that we are having less rest, we are having less stay over, and we are having less manpower since January with our lovely NWIS. Okay, so for your information, I want to share that yesterday is the 5th, right? Okay, on the 4th of December, 11:59 p.m., 1 minute before December 5th, we got a message to our lovely chairman who just arrived Auckland with a 3 days pattern. Half that exhausted, but talked to him say, can we have a quick chat tomorrow after you land or whatever, or anytime? Isn't it a little bit too late? And then we waited and waited that you please talk to us, listen to us, nothing, till a day before. Obviously, our lovely chairman had to operate the flight back and no choice but ignoring the message or just maybe not confirming, or I can say they tried to communicate but he need to work. So later on when we are preparing for this yesterday, we got a message from ISD as well saying that, are you guys have time to come and meet us like anytime in CX City? Or you want to wait till Ken arrive and all go back to CX City at 10 p.m.? Or this morning, I know. So it's like, are we standby call anytime? I don't know. Then of course we really have no time. Of course we want to communicate, but the point is, this is not mutual respect. We waited and waited and waited, but you're doing this very last minute. It's too late. And then yesterday, I think you guys do read about our lovely Gary C email talking about bullshit. Thank you. Thank you. Because as an expert, I'm not allowed to say all the words. Exactly. Thank you. Please fill in the blanks for me. Let me rephrase it. Let me recap your memory. He said there is no doubt that rosters are absolutely crucial for all our crew. As the backbone of work life. And then they did reach out to the affected crew. As our story is, the crew who talk to them first. If they never say anything or never speak up, I'm sure they'll just let it be. And similar story as Jeanette's video, this and that, and then let me assure you that you will see improvements in the January roster. But January roster publication date to be delayed slightly. I don't know how long it slightly is. Yeah, or maybe 2024, I don't know. Exactly, 2359, as the way they contact Ken. Okay, so that is the case up till yesterday. I want to update you guys everything, but I have one more update for you guys, which is just now when we kind of doing all the preparation, we surprisingly got a lovely email from Jeanette. Can I share with you guys? Let me see. First of all, she said that she thought we had a shared understanding of the challenges company faces. And then from our letter to CEO, seems that we haven't achieved that and what she hoped for. And she is grateful for this opportunity to reiterate the letter and the key points we previously discussed. Thank you. Okay. And then she, I don't want a long story short, something repeated already. Like, thank you. Like, okay, over the past 3 years, it's been difficult for us, blah, 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 blah. And then coastal fighting play a crucial role, blah, blah, blah. I'd like to acknowledge that the introduction of Hong Kong quarantine, blah, blah, blah. And then they have faced the challenge for the newly introduced ID system, which introduced at 2021, right? Yeah, it's been nearly 2 years. Imagine, I'm sure if any of us do anything wrong at 2021, we won't be staying here nowadays. We already gone. Then why they can have such a big room for improvement? I don't understand. And then, what is it? Nothing. And then, as we explained, they took immediate steps to resolve and some of the most difficult patterns. We also have been at guidelines for the rostering system, blah, 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 blah. It has taken some time to configure these changes, and we are confident that this will further improve throughout the course of 2023 as our network reviews. Thank you.
She's gone.
And then, in summary, already in summary, there's no, I don't know, all of a sudden, there's no solution. Yes, nothing. In summary, we have heard the concerns of our crew. Do they really? To be honest, if they do, we won't be sitting here today. We'll all be at home scratching our legs and drinking instead of dressing up and come here. The main point is, I don't think they did hear us. For a few months, more than months, I don't know, decades. And then we will continue to listen to and act upon. Yeah. And then feedback from our crew, and are grateful for the input they've made through your choice or your voice survey, blah, 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 blah. We also hope to able to maintain an open and collaborative dialogue with the FAU. Did they, have they ever? No, if so, again, we won't be sitting here today. Bear in mind, I just want to mention again that they shut down all the regular meetings they used to have bi-monthly. Now and then it's like every 4 months they want us, they call us even worse than condom. That's it. So that is the most update, like 1 hour ago. So that's all about me so far, from me so far. Then, okay, our lovely Tiki want to mention one key point. Very important. From Jeanette, okay? I urge you to reconsider your, oh yeah, miss that, how can I miss that? I urge you to reconsider your current course of action and re-engage with the company in the collaborative manner undertaken since you took office in late 2020. I don't know, is this gonna threaten us? Is it a threat? I don't know, but just for your information. Oh yeah, I think she's wrong with the date. We took over since late 2021.
When she took over, he said
Oh my God! I feel bad for her. She makes up with the day and everything. I know. Yeah, I know. Great fog. So that's all about it so far for the update. And I leave it to our lovely Brenda for another less juicy topic.
Come to the serious topics. Yeah.
Okay, our chairman wants to share something with you guys first before I continue.
So just about the latest letter from Jeanette, the last sentence, it's kind of frightening us.
He just landed last night, so, and then his flight was delayed.
Do you want me to say it again? Yes. I
You
urge
want me
you
to call
to.
Jeanette now?
I know it's very emotional.
I just give him
Yeah.
2 minutes though, okay? Let me continue, okay? I'm Brenda. Okay, I'm from Hong Kong. Hi everyone. Okay. Okay.
This is not on our agenda. Okay? This is something ad hoc. Okay? And then, okay.
Okay, now let me share some more information about the industrial actions that you guys are looking for. Okay, basically we have divided into 2 stages. Okay, stage 1 is work to rule. Okay, stage 2 is the strike. Okay, what are the possible consequences for both actions? Okay. For work to rule, of course, firstly it would definitely affect the OTP and the flights. What to rule is 紅章工作 okay, strike is 罷工 okay. Okay, firstly, it would definitely affect the OTP. In terms, it will also affect the aircraft turnover, including all inbound and outbound flights. Okay, at the same time, of course, you will get all the angry passengers and all the complaints from the passengers, and maybe you also get complaints and not cooperating with your colleagues. Up to here, do you have any questions? No? No. Okay, and lastly, okay, it will also affect the company monthly service focus, like can-do spirit and move on. Do you want to- Can do. Can you do? Do you like can-do spirit? Move on? Okay. Okay. You have any questions about what to do? No. Then I will just continue about the strike. Okay. For this strike, okay, first, the most impact will be the flight disruptions. Okay, including the OTP and last minute flight cancellations and combine the flights if they need to. Of course, your roster will be changed from time to time because of the flight disruption, and you might get a call from some of the team, like you know what I mean, the related teams. Okay, they might just ask you why are you doing this and all this. Just prepare for that. And also you will get some pressure from your from the other side of the company, like when you go on a flight or you get some like maybe your colleagues are non-members. They'll tell you some things. They might just say something back to you, or they might report something back to the company. So that you have to be careful. And also including the social media. Of course, like if you are aware, I think starting from last year, well, I mean, I think the local communities, they target the cabin crew, we are the ones who carry the virus. I'm sure we will all have a hard time with that. So if we go on strike, so that means the social media, the newspapers, or the passengers, the Hong Kong people, they will talk about us. Okay, you have to prepare for that. And then, up to you. Do you have any questions you want to ask about the virtual or strike? No? Okay. Then I will just share some more about the difficulties if we go on virtual and strike. Okay. Okay. If we're going to take this action, both actions, and we, of course, you will get you will get the pressure from the colleagues, corporate, grant staff, and all this. And if we go on strike as well, because of course we want to arrange more like actions, like we go rally or we protest or whatever. But again, in Hong Kong right now, we do have a lot of restrictions like 599G, and also the social gatherings, group gatherings is not allowed us to do that. And if we want to go arrange some group gathering, we need to get permission from the police, which is they call the letter of the no objection from the police. But I have to tell you, I'm so sorry to tell you that since 2020, so that when we're having the CX20, we applied, FAU applied for the letter, but then it was rejected for some reasons. So that is why we have a lot of restrictions, including the airport as well. Actually, we are not allowed to have the gathering or a rally in the airports because we need to have the permission from the local authorities. So I think that for the moment is not very easy. We do have a problem applying those letters or permission from the local authorities. And
thank you, Brenda. So I'll go on with this. Just want to let you know, but for airport side, we do try to start apply for any opportunity to at least have a booth there to talk to you guys wherever upon arrival is on process. But we do hope to have one more chance to at least communicate with all of us. And then a little fun fact, a little flag that what's been going on now for December, we do a little survey on ourselves, by ourselves, that daily average, ex Hong Kong, we have around 55 flights. And then, for your information, we have around 6,000 crew nowadays. Then just do the math and keep you awake. Keep you awake too. Treasurer. Yeah. So we need minimum 8 crew for like most our flight, not 320. 320 just 4. So 8 crew times 55, which comes to 440. So basically, this is only around 7% of our crew amount. So we of course we want to do so much. We want to voice out everything, but we do have to be rational and understand that till now, company only need very small number of our crew percentage to operate everything. How about give you a double, 14%? Still only around 14 to 15% among our crew community is still kind of like piece of cake for them. So we have to be realistic to face the reality about the number and everything we are encountering. So that's another thing that we wanted to share with you guys. And
just for your information, we sick by yourself is not a strike. So just bear in mind, okay?
yeah, because we know that a lot of us want to say, let's do something. We totally understand, but doing something by your own self, please tell your friend, because I am sure whoever is with us today, you guys know, you guys totally understand. But maybe some of your friends who don't have much info or idea about what literally industrial action means. Whatever industrial actions do is provided, if you remember, if you're with us. But calling sick by yourself, of course, you have your doctor's certificate, is by all means, but kind of like if that is not equal to industrial action under FAU or a union protection, just really want to let you know.
As a union, we are a legal organization as a union. So for the action, if we start by us to have an industrial action that's legally protected you guys, as long as you are members. So we always, I think for these previous few months, we already foresee that we may need to gather more members together with us. So that's one thing. On the other hand, we have to protect as much crew as we can. So we need you to spread to your friends that you have to be a member in case if you participate in the industrial action that you are protected by the law. That's very important for this kind of information you have to spread out.
Double fact, not fun fact. If you want to know, thank you. You got my joke. Oh my God. If you want to know more about this kind of information, you can go to the employment audience, chapter 57, section 21B. Thank you, Ivy, for that. I don't want to know. Just kidding. Yeah, you have the right to be or to become a member or an officer of a trade union registered FAU under the trade union's audience. Till now, we still are. So whoever come today, again, I have no doubt for you guys. I trust you guys. Since you're here, you have the courage, you have the guts. But maybe your friends don't. Just maybe not. It's not a bad thing to let them know that they, whatever, as long as you're a union member, you are protected. And okay, I think we've done enough talking. Do you want to talk more?
And just want to say that we are always stay with you guys, no matter how much stress they put on us.
This is not rehearsal. Let me emphasize again, this is not rehearsal. I know as a chairman, he's been maybe allow me to say something. He's been under a lot of stress by the company, and we know. And then, I mean, whoever has been long enough as a union, you guys will understand. So just allow us to be a bit emotional all of a sudden, and okay.
Because it's not the first time they want to stop us. But we will still to continue to do our best on any level.
So we actually prepared this section now for you guys to ask questions, but I know maybe it's a lot to take. So long story short, we are angry, we all are angry, but if we want to do something, we need to gather more members first. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask now. Just bear in mind what we are facing, what difficulty we are facing if we want to proceed to the next step.
Or any story or any roster. I'm dying to know the rest of your roster. I want to see. Yeah, or any special roster you got, or anything ISD did to you, please just let us know so that we can gather more, and then we can do more, and then see what we can do when it comes to collaborate bargaining.
But do you have any suggestions?
Or anything
that we haven't mentioned?
Please.
Please feel free, because we'd love to hear from you.
Anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, I was wondering if we can tell non-FAU
Sorry,
members.
could I have your name, please?
Derek, yeah. Can we tell non-FAU members that we are planning on industrial action? Non-FAU members, can we disclose that information to them?
To be honest with you, media dying to know about that. So everyone want to know about it. So I think non-member is kind of like equal to media as well. But I have to be careful to say that everything is under consideration. So right now, to be honest with you, nothing is at the spot, like, let's do it tomorrow. No, we need to plan everything. We have a union of few thousand people that we want to protect, we want to go on, so it's not just a click. So everything is under consideration. So if they are not member, if they want to know more, join us. Thank you, Derek. Thank you. Can you speak?
Excuse me, sorry, can I have your name first?
Pia.
TIA.
Yes, Pia.
I just have a question, like, mainly today we're mentioning about the rostering or the patents because it's short. That's why we're gonna have this strike, or maybe we'll have some industrial action. But are we going to also talk about COS 20? Let's say we don't have ground hours. Ground hours, they don't pay us now. And then nowadays, if I report sick, they deduct my hours. That's also unfair. I mean, besides rostering. So if we are going on the strike, what's the target we are going to?
Thank you for your question first. Allow us to kind of clarify on that part. For when it comes to COS 20, for those ground hours, post-sick, and a swab neutralization, we did mention everything during our last meeting, October 27th. So we try our best to carry all our voices out, all those info or detail on the COS 20, which doesn't make sense to us. We did talk to them. Then, but right now, I think it's a kind of a long path to fight whatever we used to have. So at this point, maybe we need to focus on what we are suffering right now first. I know that we suffer from that too, but in the long run. So at this point, today, we want to focus on how can we make sure that all our crew roster is fair, and how can we have more rest in our port so that we can recharge ourselves to provide the better service is required. Chairman?
So I just try to clarify a bit to make it short. So actually, ground hours still under consideration. It still count, but you have to count when your there's a terms called actual flight duty hours, which is include your ground hours and also ground hours. When these two come together, your actual flight duty hours more than your minimum monthly flight duty hours, which is 70 hours, then you get monthly productivity pay. So maybe the situation now is of us, including the ground hours, the whole actual flight duty hours still under 70. That's why we didn't get it. So it's a bit different compared to before COS 20, because ground hours is really something taken individually. You got your ground hours under 70, so you still get 70 hours paid for that, and then ground hours, no matter you work how many hours, you still get paid for the ground hours. It's a bit different concept on that, but your ground hours will still count when you fly in total more than 70 hours. And then for the report sake, I think maybe you are talking about after you swap. So your report sake is only affecting you. The one swap flight to you, when they report sake, it will not affect you. So it's a bit complicated. I think maybe afterward you can come to us and then we can have a more detailed explanation to you for this calculation.
Yeah, and then maybe just to ensure you that during regarding the ground hours or the class or CRD, like for example AEU or CRD, we are not credit for anything under COS 20, right? We are working on that and see how to at least maybe get some subsidy in terms of calculating underground hours or credit hours. We are working on that part to raise up any suggestion to company. At least we can get a little bit more instead of just the charity work on the class or whatever we go to workshop. We need to go back to the CXCT for any duty. I hope that clarifies a bit. Okay. Okay. Chairman, just want to raise one more thing that we do have the discussion with ISD regarding the swap and neutralization. We keep working hard on that on the topical meeting as well. But when we explain our situation, I'm sorry to say Gary C is a bit lost. We explained how it works, and then he couldn't get it, and but you have ours that we will keep doing that and see what are they gonna do or to improve. At least we try to get a buffer. Maybe there is not going to be a one-time thing to flip over the whole COS 20 as we want, but little by little, one step here, tomorrow another step, and at least we can see some improvement to keep us all staying in this company.
Yeah, I would like to share.
Can I have your name, please?
Arthur. Yeah. So yeah, not only that I'm helping FAU as a volunteer sometimes, but I also suffer on my December roster. Let me share with you. On the 19th of November, I got my roster. There was almost a whole standby block. My standby block started on October 30th. And then November 30th lasts for 1 week. And then after that, my roster consists 6 turnaround, which many of them are sing turn, then passa turn, the long turns. I have 4 1-day standby, because I was trained for 320. And I also have 1 layover flight, thanks God, even though I don't believe in God. Delhi so-called 3-day pattern. So I only get 900 something Hong Kong dollars if I manage to survive until my Delhi flight and finish it, and then they send me the remittance report, and then I finally get my allowance. So what I did, I write into the company, I put in my case, I email to SCLR, I CC FAU. Remember, you have to do that, because my case, they can say, oh, I didn't receive it, and they just ignore you. My PD call me, or SCLR call me, talk about it, let me vent out, and then I said it's not fair, because during the swap, I see people, they have 5 Haneda layover, different kinds, 24 hours, long, the new long overnight, the original 542, 543 overnight, he has everything. And I even see other crews, they have like 9 days Toronto, and then another like 5 days long pattern, yeah. So, while they maybe join at the same year, they're getting about like 10K for their basic, they're also getting, say, 5,000 or 6,000 for allowance, while I'm only getting 900, and with the minimum. And believe it or not, they call me on standby just this week for Kathmandu with layover, luckily. So I get another 700 for allowance. Thank you, crew control. But do you know what they did? Do you know what they did after? It was on my 3rd day. So the duty crossed on the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th day. On the 6th day, they put me on R25, which is a 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. They called me around 4 o'clock. I actually saw the message pop up on my air radio and everything. They're saying that they will call me a Bombay turnaround. And some of you might not know, it's actually illegal, according to CAD rule, because standby book, even though they didn't call you, is still duty. So the 6-day duty, yes, we can do it. The 5 p.m. thing, it was just that used to be the swap guideline, so ignore about that. But the 6-day, I can do a turnaround. If I come back on the 7th day, black and white on the company's manual, they have to put me on PX coming back upon my agreement. So what I did when crew control called me, I asked the girl, I was like, oh, so this is my 6-day duty for my standby block. Is it okay for me to operate this flight? Yes. And then she was like, no. She said, yes. No, it's not okay. It's not okay. It's okay for her. It's okay if I say okay, but I asked her if it is okay for me to operate. And then her answer is, oh, then you remain R25 for the rest of the year. So believe me or not, study a manual and report whatever abnormalities that you see. Really, we really need to write in everything. I know earning 9,000 for junior crew or maybe a bit more for senior crew, it's already a lot less and you don't want to do so many things for this company, but think it this way, you do it for yourself. If you write in the report, according to black and white, they violated, they have to fix it. And another problem for me, on my roster, one of the standby day is R14. So they give me NB before that. I don't know if any of you noticed that. If you do, please report it. If you don't, spread the word. Because the NB is a great day that it's like the standby block that you cannot disclose it. I have been trying to swap my standby, one-day standby with other flights. Some other crew, they are willing to take it, but I can't even send out my swap. Right in my case, I asked them, they have been trying to close my case on my case. Yes, every message I receive, yeah, we will take a look into it. I report since November 19. Nothing has been resolved until now. So I was not able to swap for half of my flight. It was right in the middle of my roster. And one more thing to add on. After I emailed them, of course, I included Gary C. and Vincent Yu, the head of cabin crew and head of planning, in my email chain to let them know how terrible the roster is. And finally, another PDE called me and offered me they can remove one flight of my choice. Yeah. So this is to my understanding when they say they are proactively reaching out the crew, because I did not ask for it. I was just complaining about, not complaining, I was just writing to them about the situation that I'm having. While other crew having super nice pattern, no turnaround, some crew are suffering from turnarounds only, standby blocks and standby days, which blocks everything. I can't even do my thing. And like for next week, I work every other days. I'm considering I have to only go by Amber code, because I just did a layover. You made me do a layover during my standby block, and I'm flying on the 10th. That's within 7 days. I need to test and hold or do the Amber code, but I'm flying on the 12th again. So why would I waste time to stay in the airport? So just bear in mind and tell your friends, if you see anything, experiencing anything, don't just take it. Send it out, and of course make it nice. Don't just yell at them. You have to be nice. Yeah, they only consider if it's not an angry email. Yeah.
Yes, in a neutral way.
Yeah, in a neutral way, that just tell them and stay them with facts. Yes. They will ask you, so how are you? I was like, yeah, I saw other crews roster as they are swapping with me. They offer me, the Haneda, whatever, Japanese long layover or overnight to swap my G with turnaround. And I saw that on their roster there is other crew. But if they ask you, you don't have to tell them the roster name. Just ask them to check it. They can check it. They have all the information that they can check. And they knew it. They claim that they knew it. So just bear in mind, and I hope some other extreme story can be shared at this panel today.
Just want to say thank you, Alpha, for sharing. Because at Expo, we only have 7 of us. We don't have all patterns. So we really need all of you to write in. Don't just write to the company, because nowadays they always write on the hub saying that we listen to you via their channels. Actually, most of the ideas came from us or came from you guys, and then we report to the company. But the company never say that they received the comment from FAU, because they don't want to say that. So, but what we can see, what they usually update on the hub is the points that we make to them, instead of just the crew wrote to them. So we really need all of you to write to the company and CC us, so that we have all the cases and we can know more patterns. Otherwise, we won't know anything. Thank you.
I know, as Arthur said, nowadays we have 20% at least cut, but how come it seems that we need to do a lot more? We have to check the regulations ourselves. We have to bargain with the black and white. I don't know why, since when. I want to share another case from my flight as well. There's a crew who got sick like for 2 days, Bangkok turnaround. So she reported sick for Bangkok turnaround and G, right? After that, suppose it's followed by 1G and then NB and New York. So when she called and said, I'm going to report sick for Bangkok turn plus the G after, crew control take away her NB before the JFK, which is like, I know, frowning, right? Even I'm half asleep during flight, I was like, huh? Does it even make sense? I have Bangkok turnaround, 2G, NB, and JFK. What is relevant with the NB if I just report sick for the previous Bangkok and 1G? So she was like asking the reason why, and they give her like, they need to tattoo this on the building. Operational requirement. Yeah, I know. And then, but it's good that why I still have her at the end on the flight, on the New York flight, is that she keep calling and keep arguing and saying that, can you please take a look of blah, 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 and then explain, and or you can just even tell them your experience, saying that she did that. So that's why I want to share with you. She did that. Can you please take a look at my roster? I haven't been report sick for how long, or how I've been in loop for how long. Can you see how tight my schedule is? I never ever report sick for a single day. So and then again landed back to the black and white about removing her NB. So finally, I'm glad to know that they returned the NB for her, so she don't have to stand by for R16 and then the JFK right away. So I know it's a lot more from the previous spoon, kind of like spoon feed, I don't know. We kind of like get used to everything from the company is standard, is correct, is black and white. But maybe nowadays we need to adjust our mindset that everything, trust no one. Yeah, so just check first and then call back when you feel questioned or when you feel in doubt, then at least maybe there's once a while that you get something you were out of your expectation, and which is supposed we are entitled with. So that's all I want to say. And Harry, you want to say something? We're dying to know like more of your stories or roster or anything you want to share that we can have. Please, Amber.
I just want to share my experience regarding the JCR system.
Yes.
I'm not so sure if a lot of people pay attention to the bidding report. I know many people didn't even place any bids because they think it's stupid or it doesn't work. But I did try. I bid for nights at home, and for the and the guidelines. And under the guidelines, it says no standby block will be rostered if the days falls under the scheme. But then, just as Grace mentioned, it's not all or nothing nowadays. It's like 10%, 10%, 10%. Everybody got 10%. So it reflects on your bidding report. So what happened to my August or September roster? I still remember those days. You need 3 quarantine days after long flight. So my roster, first of all, I bid for nights at home, and I got 4 days San Fran, 3 Q, and 1 block standby. But the thing is, for my bidding report, it shows 95% fulfillment.
Wow, over 1,000,000%?
Exactly. So I wrote in, I said, okay, I understand I won't get 100% fulfillment. But can you explain to me how 95% is calculated? And I said, so if I also understand that even if I bid for nights at home, I might still get standby block. But if I get standby block, then those 6 days or 7 days should be considered out of the scheme, right? So, and then plus 4 days San Fran, plus 3 days quarantine, how can I get 95%? So the response I got is, they said, okay, first of all, they reiterated that even if you bid for the scheme, you might still get standby block. So that's why we give you standby block. And then, yes, for the 4 days San Francisco, it's considered out of the scheme. So you have 4 days non-fulfilled. But for the 3Q, is still not out of the scheme. So I argue, right?
Hong Kong is your home.
San Francisco. Just admit that.
So I said, your scheme is nice at home, not nice at home port.
Ah.
But then, yeah, so this kind of thing happens.
Nice at home port so I can do all the US flights.
And also standby also, right? Standby floor, even if they give you standby floor, you still can stay at home. I don't know. So
No call, right? Oh, true.
yeah. So I think I'm not sure how they play around the percentage. I doubt that they manually maneuver everybody's report. But I don't know how they do it, but I'm afraid that when we talk about the new scheme or if they talk to the media, they obviously will do, right? And they will give them the report saying that, oh, actually over the past 3 months, everyone who bid for something, they got over 90% fulfillment, then maybe all of us should review, for those who have placed bid, review the bidding report, and if you see anything that is nonsense, that is out of your imagination, just send to FAU so that they can have something to tell the public about the truth.
Thank you, Amber. Exactly. We talked to Gary C. We keep saying on the 20th, 7th, that we need data, we need transparency for the bid portal. All of us are like so lost. What is happening? Every time we bid something and then the outcome is like, oh no. And then of course they say that we will keep improving. I don't know how long it takes them to keep improving. And anyway, as Amber said, we need all of you to help do a little bit extra other than just, otherwise I don't know, like how are they gonna exaggerate those unclear data or unclear world behind us. And for your information, just another dull fact that whenever nowadays if it comes to like you're so doubt about those extended FDP, or when they try to call you for a flight, you will doubt that, do I have enough rest? By all means, you can go to CAD page, CAD's 371.pdf, section 28, the whole 28, which is 28, which is relevant, apply on cabin crew. Because some they apply on private jets, some apply on corporate crew, but CAD 371.pdf 28, section 28, all talk about us. So
If you have doubts, call us.
oh yeah, true, call us.
Because Gary C. said, company is not a charity. We are not a charity too. So please, you have any doubts. No, he said it in the meeting, our meeting. So please, if you have any doubts, any questions, you are always welcome to call us anytime. He said that the company is not a charity.
Company is charity and they want us to volunteer for work. Thank you. Thank you.
Just elaborate some more about the suggestion we made about the quota chart. Is for the praise bid, we suggest that maybe it's not a lifetime quota chart. It's like maybe daily you have a report to saying that on some certain price, the layover, there's maybe like Sydney, when the layover is more than 35 hours. So these kind of certain bids, then how many people, how many crew place the bid on high, medium, low, something like that. So we can refer to the chart to try to see maybe is there any price that we can have a higher chance to bid. So it's like we suggest to have a win-win situation. We always want to do that. Why not? If they want to do so, but obviously they don't want to do so. We have like this one I think is a good plan for them. So we can place a bid and they can have the percentage that they can have a very beautiful report they always send out. But however, so right now they They said they're still working on it. I don't know when will be, maybe when we retire. So that's something we suggest. And about the lifestyle scheme, we really emphasize that lifestyle is a lifestyle. It's not same as place a bid for a flight, place a bid for a pattern. It's really a lifestyle. It's for a long period of time. So Gary did ask, so what's our suggestion? We really emphasize that we want all or nothing. But he keeps changing the excuse. At the very beginning, he said that it's difficult to change the system because the system now said is on fairly share. And then I asked them, so later on when you have the high hour scheme, will you say it's like fairly share? So everyone have like 10% high hours, and then for the rest is low hours, right? It's not making sense. At the end, you have to set up the system that can have a 100 fulfillment rate for the lifestyle. So it's something possible, but just they don't want to do it. So we will see that what's coming next, and then we will try to update you guys on that.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Chen Tongho.
Chen Tongho. Hello, Chen Tongho. Please take down Chen Tongho.
I don't have much like crazy stories to share, but I can share my feelings. So I do have a passion to fly since I'm Chen Tongho, right?
Yeah. You're very into the character.
But the thing is, passion will die off. Okay, we will get tired. And I don't mind the low salary, seriously, but I have to eat. Yeah, you know, when we go to Outport, we still have to buy meals to eat. So I don't know what the company is thinking right now. They always keep emphasizing on our guilt. Actually, they have been telling us for the past 2-3 years, the company is suffering, they're in recovery. So are we not?
Exactly.
Are we not suffering with the new COS, with the low salary? Even though they said we have the 17,000, I don't know where I can get that.
Me neither.
Okay, so just bear in mind. To them, did you see the emails? They always say we're a dear team, right?
No, we're not.
They are dear team, and they always say there's no I in team. That is right. There's no I in their eyes. Yeah, they don't feel for us. There's no I and you, so they don't feel for us at all. So please, when we go to work, we start to work to right away. Okay, we just. I still go to some briefing rooms. Some senior crew still say the same thing, like the passenger choose us because we are still premium airline. But it was a funny thing is, he was looking for the creamer in J-Class, and I was just passed by and said, "Go, cut out already. No more creamer. If you want creamer, I can go get from EY." What's so premium for this airline? Seriously? Oh, yeah. I don't know. Like, and that senior said, oh, you know, the passenger paid 5,000, 6,000 for a Bangkok flight with cafe, while they can get like a 2,000 ticket to with EK. And then we were like, well, yeah, why don't we just choose EK, right?
Why you're here, right?
Exactly.
Every time they say something about other airline, we say then pop up in our mind, why are you here?
Exactly. Because of the time slot. And then he was like, yeah, the time slot is better with this. That's why, Lord. So yeah, they have exhausted with our guilt. They have exhausted with our passion, everything. We are at the very low point right now. So I'm really happy to see so many people today in EGM, and I hope FAU can step by step at least gain back the meeting. You know, we may not be able to change the COS right away, especially when they now change a lot of COS things into policy, so they can change any time. But at least if we have meetings back again, then we can at least talk to them. Instead of they say like, we talk to our man yeah.
Do you know the full name?
Service excellently representative.
Very good.
I'll return two more for you for your standby, okay?
Yes, that part I forgot to add on. So I chose one of the 320 flights, so I was hoping I can swap away something, right? That's what I was hoping. So that was the 16 on my roster. And then on the 10th, I have R16 standby day. Guess what they call me? 320. So I'm stuck with the 320 and two other turnarounds again.
That is karma.
Yeah. That is karma, yeah.
I'm just kidding.
For being a bitch to the company.
Yes.
Right? I agree.
Yeah, thank you, Chen Tong for sharing. As I know, we all have a reason to stay up till now in this company. I'm sure behind you love flying. I love the lifestyle. I don't know. I don't care. No, just kidding. But how long can we hang in there? That's the most important thing. And the one point I want to emphasize is we are kind of like seeing the resume of the company, right? We shouldn't just let they take advantage of us because we are having passion, we are still here. We finally hang in there and see that, okay, there's slightly light somewhere that we might resume it back to the normal, and the meanwhile, we need all of us to stay together to fight for what we deserve. And for that, we need a good timing. And what is a good timing? When is a good timing? Whenever we have enough manpower for members, that is always a good timing. But if we don't have, sorry to say, we don't have enough members, there's no way to have the good timing. When no matter how great or how resumed the business is going to be, because company is not going to be scared by us because we are not strong enough. So that's it. I don't know what to say next.
Okay, just now we just talked about industrial actions, possible industrial actions.
Hi,
Is it okay?
Can I just ask a question? My name is Nalini. I'm a little confused because, okay, from my point of view, we just heard a rumor that, our junior crew were planning something. And it's sort of, we were like, hey, nobody liked us. But are we or are we not? Because I'm just a little blank on the issue. I mean, you said walkthrough, you said, possible industrial actions. I don't think it's a coincidence that Gary sent this email just the day before the EGM. I think they're trying to calm us down. So I do believe that we have a lot more bargaining power than we actually believe we do. And I know, he was asking, we don't know how many members we have. So what is the number? Like, as a percentage of cabin crew, how many are FAU members?
Can I just reconfirm that you are asking about this rumor about action on 23rd?
We heard it, but from my point of view,
yes.
I just don't know what is happening. Like, are we doing it? Are we not doing it? Are we talking about it? What is the plan?
For your information, whatever is not announced by FAU, whatever you heard from outside of official email, website, IG, whatsoever, is not organized by us.
Okay.
That is the
informal.
Yes, and then which whatever is not announced by us is not protecting you guys. So I don't know how much rumor you heard about. Of course, I think all of us did a little bit more or less, but just bear in mind, whatever we official announce is official.
Okay. So sorry again. How does it work? I mean, is it just going to be like a surprise thing? It's like, okay, on this day everybody just doesn't go to work, or what is that?
That is not. That is whatever you heard is totally not relevant with us. So, if you want to stay in touch with our action, we will definitely let all our members know.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think Chairman want to say something.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
So just bear in mind, reporting is reporting, but if they, sometimes it's like defined by someone else. So if like you gather someone together to have a reporting, you treat this as an action, but it's only organized by yourself, then it could be a bit dangerous for you. So please be careful to circulate all the message, or if you have something in mind you want to do it. So think carefully about what you can do and what you should do, or if you are not sure about what you can do, you can just come to us and then have your suggestion on us, and then we will discuss on all the possibility with all of you. But just bear in mind the action, if we are going for FAU, we are going to have an action, we will announce to you officially, and it will be very clearly, you have all the timelines and everything together, so it will not like just a rumor circulating.
And I just want to reconfirm that regarding to Gary's email, yes, thank you for like acknowledge that we might have more power than we expected, but the point is we never know, and it's never enough. Whenever it comes to union power, it's never enough. But again, we'll see. We still need all of you to spread it out and to ask everyone who got a chance not joining us yet, join us. But yes, whatever outside, not official, announced by FAU is not relevant with us. So just stay tuned with us as well. And when it comes to this kind of thing, maybe, I know it's sensitive, but maybe should we talk about a little bit about social media? I don't know, are you guys heard about that, or you guys want to touch that? But I think last Crew Weekly, there's an update regarding be careful on social media. I don't know what company regarding to, like maybe Yama, maybe to the TG or your own IG. I just want to emphasize that nowadays company is everywhere. They maybe are you? Yeah. I mean they are really literally checking, using their every single way to check if a crew is violating something. I don't know why at the same time they are being able to violating or being so BS about their system. But we, as a cabin crew, we have to be so perfect. So just be very, very careful whenever you want to post something, because you never know who's seeing that, who's next to you, or who's going to spread it out. We don't want to lose any of us just regarding to social media. That's all I want to say and to let you guys know. But thank you though for raising up the question. Where are you? Anyone else want to talk?
Hello, this is Lily. Actually, I'm quite new and fresh. So, according to like strike or some industrial actions, I would like to know any schedule or any indicators that we start for the next process, because I think most of us didn't experience previous or in Hong Kong, or I think most of us didn't take any action regarding the unions. So I would like to know some details. And the next question is about the targets and the purpose of the strike and the industrial actions. Like, do we get some agenda we are asking for, like the JCP, the rostering, or something? Actually, I'm quite concerning the cashless allowance. I really want the cash back. Like when I go to Gaogay, sorry, I don't have money. I don't have cash. I have to ask my friend, do you have cash? Sumima said I don't have cash. It's so embarrassing. So although it's a very little part of our new duties, new patterns, but I think we should list out what we are asking for and any schedule about this.
Can I ask like how, maybe we join us first, then we'll talk everything together. Thanks, Lily.
Sorry, I just want to top up with that question.
Can I have your name first?
I'm Jason. By
Jason.
I'm also quite new.
How new are you? Am I being bitchy? How new are you? Because my chairman just whispered to me and saying that, can you please tell them I'm also new? I was like, okay, go on, Jason.
I think most of us here are actually also very desperate. Like, to be honest, I don't think how long I can stay here anymore. The salary wise really can't sustain me. Besides, with not enough G, maybe I need to sustain by other way to sustain in here. But I really don't have that much patience anymore. I think most of us here today is probably the same. So with the question pop up, like as FAU, like I know you guys already mentioned regarding if we need a further action, we need more members. I think how many percentage do we need members to fulfill for the next action? And also with the other question, how many do we have currently as members as well? Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Lily. First of all, I would like to emphasize again, don't be scared whenever if we really announce there's going to be any industrial action, because if we do, we are going to be guiding every single little step. We'll make sure every one of you are doing the correct thing, because we don't want to lose any of us. So you'll be protected. But secondly, talking about strike, talking about this strike is a very, very ultimate industrial action. You can see, right? You can know that among 75, 76 years of CX, there's been only once successfully done. Then you can imagine and you have a picture that how difficult is this going to be. Brenda was there. Yes. Before you were talking, I was born. No. Yeah, so
Okay, she didn't get my permission. Okay.
sue me. Yeah. And then, so please bear in mind that it's not easy to arrange a strike. So bear in mind, it's not just lip service. Strike is the very, very ultimate, super final stage of a Mario Kart or whatever game you're playing. So we won't easily saying it out or taking it as an action. But again, as Brenda just mentioned about the industrial action rank just previously, there's always a buffer from doing nothing to strike. So of course we're trying very hard to look into that area and thinking about how we can do to impact or carry our voices to our company. At the meanwhile, not harming everyone or saying that like impacting everyone's life. And talking about Jason's question that yes, we do want to mention about how many percentage we want to cover up. Our dream, our goal is to achieve around 75%. Then just now do the math, right? They only need 4,400 crews nowadays. We have 6,000 crew. How many we have to go, how far we have to go to make sure that the coverage of the membership is powerful and strong enough to do every little action. To be or not to be, maybe it's simple, but the point is all the reasons behind all the things we have to consider is way more, because you can imagine if we have so little member, we voice out, we want to do something, we want to work to rule, we're not even maybe to strike. But what about it's only a few thousand, like maybe 1,000 of us or 2,000 of us? Company was like, I don't give a S, because so little of you. I still have 4,000 crew, which is non-members. They will all work for me. So that is the main point. Yes, please.
So now how many we have member?
Exactly. I will.
What is the number?
Because, yeah, kind of like a percentage, very steady. I cry every day because of that. We drop below 50%, around 46 to 48. That's why we always having struggle of why we couldn't do the next step. It's because. Yes.
So do you guys have any planning how to recruit? Oh, okay.
Can I have your name first, please?
Nicholas.
Nicholas.
Yeah.
Nicholas.
Do you guys have any planning that how to recruit more members? You guys keep saying that recruit. How are we going to ask them to join or email themselves or whatever, or maybe a special channel like apps, then they can download and then they can join and pay it. Because I understand that company already cut off everything from us to FAU, so they're trying to stay apart for us. So how we going to recruit everything
Can you
back
ask
to
what
normal?
you can do before you ask FAU what they can do?
Sorry. So if we have a channel, we say, okay, you go back and download the apps and then you're easy for you to. Otherwise, if you ask people come and pay for money, and then it's a bit difficult for them also. I joined FAU since the first day until now, and I never stopped. I support FAU, so I want to see some things from FAU also.
Thank you, first Nicholas. Maybe we'll wait with.
May I answer?
Oh, yes,
this
please.
question as a member? What we can
You are
do.
next, Derek, okay?
Sorry to get the mic.
Please.
As a member of FAU, not only that because I volunteer for this year, every single flight, when I see new rejoining crew or junior crew, usually, I believe most of the senior crew, they are willing to already, or they have already done the auto direct debit, whatever, they fix the money issue. I ask one by one. I literally walk up to them. KA rejoin, CX rejoin. I walk up to them and ask them, did you join FAU? Are you planning to join FAU? Explain to them all the consequences. Like if we are participating in any industrial action, or if we are, having, actually, I don't know if any of you know that FAU actually purchased part of like the life insurance for us. It's not a big amount of money, but there is something that not only we get the pens and the wrapper from the $70 we pay every month. We did have a life insurance with them. So I don't know if any of you know that, but we did cover a little bit. Like, for God's sake, like if you pass away, something goes to your family to help you in the future. So seriously, just spread the word. Ask one by one. I know it's tough. It's tough for them too. They are not allowed to go to induction and explain or promote FAU anymore. The company will not let them do it. It's not that they don't want to do it. Like they said, they are trying to set up booth in airport. They need permission. And do you think Hong Kong government will let them do it? I doubt. So as crew, as a member of FAU, I think we can all do a little bit for everyone.
Maybe we.
Thank you, Alpha. And then Derek, I think your voice. Okay.
Is Yammer also not allowed a platform? It's not a platform to recruit.
You mean where?
Yammer.
Oh.
It's not a platform to engage people.
I just shared one event on history, like very long time ago, maybe 1980 something, before I born, and then it's like one FAU exco, he go for to encourage crew to join FAU, but end up he got reported because so he got laid off. It's like in Six City is still private property. In Yama, it's still under their control. So if you want to spread news, at least firstly, the platform is it too open to public. Like taxi group, is it too open? So you have to consider something like that. And so I think maybe you guys are a bit safe than us because they're retargeting us to recruit people, recruit crew on flights, on river moon, whatever, anywhere. So it's like they will really monitoring us. But for you guys, you just try your best to spread. What is the benefit to join FAU, something like that? We will try. We are always looking for any ways. But like what Nicholas talked about, can we just email them and then let them know, invite them to join FAU? So firstly, we don't know the email address of non-member, right? So we don't have contact for the information of the non-member, so how can we contact them? And the second thing about the mailbox, we used to have the drop box area to let the people to put the forms, but now the company removed it for a year already. And also, if we put something in the mailbox area, firstly, the mailbox, the usage of the mailbox is the single way from company to give some information to you. but not for some other people. Even for you guys put down the gift for your other colleagues is not allowed, supposedly. So it's even difficult for us if we put something like the invitation letters or some promotion poster on every cruise mailbox, then it will be a big trouble for us. So we are looking for some ways, but there's a lot of restriction, and it will be very, very serious mistake for us, can be.
But thank you, Nicholas. We do understand. Hey, please go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I understand. So now, if we would like to talk to the crew that will willing to join, how they going to join? I also don't know the door. Where is the door?
I can
And
answer
yeah.
that question for you. So actually in the past, usually the crew have to fill in the paper form and then put in the mailbox box. So because now it's very hard, this year we have put a new system on our website. So you can actually easily join as member on our website. So we did send emails to all of you, I think 2 months ago. We have a new referral program. We do have the old program for new joiners. If they join before they renew, they can get up to 1 year membership refund. So we do have different programs. We have sent email to all of you. So maybe if you want more details, you can ask us later, or you can take a look on the email. So it's very easy for them to join online. So in order to join FAU member, they have to fill in the form online and then transfer the emergency fund to us. And thirdly, they have to set up the auto pay. So after they have done the 3 things, they will be the member. So it's very easy nowadays to do online.
Yeah, or as easy as just go to our IG. Everyone browse IG nowadays, right? I think browse more often than checking email. We're so lazy for emails. But yes, I do agree with you that we do encounter difficulties of spreading us because, as you heard, restrictions, and we have to be very careful. But thank you, Arthur. He's the real example of how can we do more is actions speak louder than words. We try to literally do that. In every single one we do, you have 10, right? You have 10. Even they remove, you have none.
Maybe during flights, but yes,
Yeah.
and some flights it's only 4. But,
See, so maybe next month you get 10 more again. So thank you that you can have 10 more chances to spread us, and we do think of every little opportunity to spread us, to promote us. Like we do have welfare. If you join the union, like some privilege with all those small business we are engaged with, but as simple as just go to our IG. Long story short. Thank you, Nicholas.
In addition, as EXCO, we are not allowed to promote like joining the member in flights. Will get reported. Don't forget, FAU does not belong to 7 all of us. It belongs to every one of you, all the members. So please work together. Try to tell when you go on a flight, tell the crew. Maybe you don't just start with joining the membership, FAU member. Just start with the conversations and all.
Know more about us.
Yeah. Just share the house roster, and then you engage the conversation with the crew. So and then you can just try to tell them join FAU. What is the benefits? Joining FAU. So that's very important. We need you to promote as well. Thank you.
Anyone else want to say anything? Okay. By all means, like if there's any suggestion later on, like maybe you couldn't sleep tonight, you have any idea, like aside from work to rule, any little single idea, please feel free to just let us know. DM us, email us, whatever. And when it comes to just now what we mentioned, right? 75% is our ultimate goal. That if we can reach that, I think we can do a lot of things. So, at the meanwhile, I want to promote that after our CEO open letter to him, we do make a template for every single one of you to do a one person, one letter, to send to our lovely dear Mr. Augustus. So simply go to check your email, copy and paste. If you're lazy, you have nothing else to talk to him, then just copy and paste that. We need a lot more to make the noises, to make them to notice that our existence.
And then for the suggestion, I think it's not only about the action that we suggest, like the virtual rule or the strike. Actually, we just mentioned that can be a lot of possibility action that from zero go to strike. In the middle, there can be a lot of suggestion from you. So don't be hesitate, just email us at any time, talk to us, call us if you have any ideas. So we just discuss about all the consequences, all the possible impact, and like how much we can get or how much we will lose. So we can work together on the time frame.
So I think we all need a little break because I'm going to wet my pants if not. But just one more little things before we go for break or chit-chatting with our friends, I would like to share something about strike. For your information, EVA Air, they do successfully did it 2019. What they do is they hang out, every member, they hang out their passport to the union, and then they stay over outside the office building for 17 nights. Then finally they did get something. So it's not, so it's a long battle, just like what we are fighting for the whole world. It's always a long battle. It's not just by a click, but we have to be prepared that whatever we have to do, we have to be well planned. We have to make sure that everyone is protected. Especially we have babies. I'm so glad that you said you're a junior. So to Jason, so not just our old seafood all here. So that's a little fact that we would like to share with you. And then meanwhile, can I go to toilet? Let's say like 20 minutes. Then we'll come back at around 4:05, and then we're going to do a little bit wrap up and the motion as well. So thank you again for staying up till now and not falling asleep. Thank you.
辛苦晒。